This week we found out who the leads are in 50 Shades of Grey.
Ooh.
I gotta pee.
And we got a release date for Xbox One.
How'd it go?
I think I saw a hashtag that bear.
What?
Yeah.
Did anybody get hurt?
No.
Just your feelings?
No, I managed to get all my urine out into the woods.
Hey.
But there was a bear.
Good man.
All right.
Oh, you didn't wash those, did you? Hey, today is the 6th of November, 2013. Welcome to Pretty Much It.
Hello.
He didn't wash them. Before we begin, we did a commentary track for a really weird movie from 1985 called The Peanut Butter Solution.
Too weird.
I think you need to take a look.
Oh my god!
Walter White! Oh shit!
Heisenberg!
Oh! How long was I out, Skyler? I don't know what to tell you. You gotta see this to believe it. The movie is available on YouTube, by the way. Somebody
Yes.
uploaded it, so you can watch this movie on YouTube while you listen to our commentary track. Definitely check it out. Click the link in the info. We appreciate your business.
If you check it out, just know that you're gonna have a good time, and by checking it out, you're giving us a good time from your money.
And it's really scary, so don't watch it before bed. Also linked down in the info are this week's reviews. We have reviews of Blue Jasmine, the Woody Allen film, and also Jake reviewed Riddick. I did not because, well, you'll have to just watch and find out. But enough of all that shit. Let's get into this week's episode, starting off with the movie news.
Yes.
First off, Star Wars. Benedict Cumberbatch has joined the cast. Oh, wait a minute. No, he hasn't.
Oh, no.
You dopes. There was a story going around, and it was just a rumor, but people were saying, has Benedict Cumberbatch joined the cast? And his rep said, nope.
Nope.
And that was
Yeah,
it.
that would have been too weird for having a J.J. Abrams directing Star Trek and Star Wars
Yeah.
have the same villain.
I would love to
Like-
see. I got no issue with the guy.
Oh,
He
no,
was
no.
just in Star Trek.
Yeah, he would have been
Yeah.
great in Star Wars, but no, he was.
So
in
can we
Star
go
Trek.
back
Yeah,
and, like,
but then you
and
got
change Star
like
Trek?
you got other people that you just use the same characters, the same
Yeah,
actors in the same
and I don't
movies.
like it.
Well, I mean, like, even though if you look at the movie alone, it doesn't matter, but we don't do
we
that.
don't. Yeah,
don't
we
do
can't.
that.
I'd
Yeah.
like to, but we can't. So anyway, just letting you know, in case you saw the first headline that he was going to be in it, there was a follow-up that
Your-
not as many people excitedly shared.
Your
that he won't.
dreams are shattered.
Next, we've got some news about Man of Steel 2,
Oh,
which
do
of
we
course
now?
is
There's
going
always
to be
news chugging out of
Guys.
Superman's butt.
Guys,
Batman
it's
and
not,
Superman.
It's not called. Yeah, it's not called Man of Steel 2.
We don't know what it is.
You don't know it. It could be Man of Steel 2 with a
And-
big cartoony 2.
You know what we still don't know?
What?
Whether or not Hans Zimmer will score it, because he said, you know, he wasn't sure. He was like, I maybe I will, maybe I
Of
won't.
course he's going to.
It's weird though because he scored Nolan's Batman films.
This is going to be one of the biggest superhero movies of all time. Of
Yeah.
course he's going to do it. And if he's not going to do
yeah,
it,
but
they're going to get someone as equally as big and crazy, because for Batman and Superman, you got to
Right.
pull out all those
But
stops.
my point is, it's just weird because he just did Nolan's Batman movies,
Yeah.
and now he's going to do a new Batman.
I think they could end up doing like a variation of his original theme for Superman.
Yeah.
But like someone else will do that. Someone else will spice it up and do.
Well,
the
if
rest.
you have noticed with Batman media these days, the cartoons, like that Hans Zimmer soundtrack of
Oh,
Batman,
it's
that's become like the norm for Batman.
Yeah.
And
it's
from
like,
a lot of movies, not even just Batman.
Yeah, in the Arkham games and everything, that's
Yeah.
just like the Batman theme now. So.
Preach it. Preach
Preach
it.
it, I'm preaching it! Oh, Lordy Jesus, send Batman to save us!
But the other news that we have this week about this movie
We've always
is
got other news.
that apparently they are looking into casting a love interest for Batman.
Yeah. What?
Well-
Forget that shit. Forget that.
Well, it's never worked out before in the movies.
Yeah.
Like what was was Talia was Batman's love
But wait a minute,
interest?
let me
That
ask you a
sucked.
question.
Yeah.
Those movies are irrelevant. We're just talking about the whole new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Adams is already the love interest for Superman, so you're gonna also have a love interest for Batman?
Personally,
Well,
I think it's a
Batman-
little too much.
Two love
Ba-
interests?
Batman has to have a love interest. He's
Why?
Always had. He's always. I mean, like
in Superman's movie? Why?
it's gonna be Batman and Superman.
don't give a
movie.
shit.
It's gonna be both.
Yeah,
I,
why
I,
can't
this
it
is
be Batman?
unnecessary.
Well, if they set up a love story for Batman, they might be setting up the Damian Wayne story in the movies.
Oh, see now
Yeah.
if it was like his love interest was like a new representation of
who is
Talia,
Who is Damian's?
Talia.
That's Talia. That's
yeah,
right.
which would be awesome.
But
imagine- I
they
don't
just
think they
they just did Talia though, so it's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
don't know if they
happen.
would do that.
It's not gonna happen.
You know what it would be
Batman is going to love Alfred.
Maybe
He's going to love
that's
Alfred.
maybe what it was.
He's
They
gonna
weren't
go,
even talking-
Alfred, you've been taking care of me for so long, and you're beautiful. And I want to kiss you on the lips.
They'd be like, I'll cancel the pizza.
I'll cancel the pizza, sir, and rip.
what are you guys talking about? Speaking of Christopher Nolan and the bastardization of something that he has worked really, really hard to make great over the past few years.
Speaking of speaks.
Yes,
What are you, a Nolan
we
fanboy?
have some Interstellar news.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
be
Yeah.
pretty
We
interesting.
finally got a little nugget of what this movie is
And
about.
I hate what I've heard about
Well,
it.
okay.
Sorry.
I like it.
Why don't we tell him what it is?
Well,
In unison, ready?
okay.
3, 2, 1.
It's about, like,
in
nature.
the
And
future,
Christopher Nolan
climate
directs the movie
change
all by
has a
himself, and he's
problem,
naked in
and
front of the
it's
camera,
It's like the
and
happening,
he just
sort of,
constantly
because
touches
of climate change, and then they go to another universe and find crops.
We gotta go to space to find corn.
But for real, it actually is that like climate change has just ruined the Earth, and they go to a different dimension to find more
Well,
places to
I
grow
think-
crops.
I think they're being vague when they say different dimension.
Okay.
They started out the plot information of this movie
Right.
way back when they said it involved black holes.
Right.
So when they say different dimensions, I'm thinking they're talking about time travel, and not
Different
like
time
well,
eras.
like the. Remember when we first started talking about this? They had this. Christopher Nolan said he was basing all of the info off of an actual physicist.
Okay.
And the physicist was explaining how if you time travel, it's not like you go back in the timeline and you change history. When you go back in time, you're in a different universe. You're just
It's a
in
whole
like
different thing.
it's a whole different universe,
Yeah.
but you're in the past of that universe.
So they could like go back to the 50s and just get them crops.
Yeah,
too deep.
you
Then
go back.
bring 'em back
you
and
go to
eat
an
'em.
you go to an alternate reality's 50s, them up,
Steal their crops.
corn, and then take it back to Futureville. Yeah.
Speaking of interdimensional crops, we have some news about 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
Now,
that movie is very based on interdimensional farming.
yes, and also it's porn, I think.
Farming with yo.
This, in case you forgot, is the it's a
In
book.
case you forgot.
Yeah, it's a book called 50 Shades of Grey, which started out as Twilight fan fiction and just became its own thing.
Did
Excellent.
it really start as fanfiction?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Oh, yeah.
learned
Across the
something new
board.
today.
The author's actual statements were, well, I was watching Twilight and I liked it, and then I kind of just started thinking
got really
about it.
horny.
I got horny and I
And
wrote a
then
book.
I
wrote
wrote a thing
porn.
about it, and then maybe I made it a book.
So the title 50 Shades of Grey, what are they referring
The
to?
main character is named Christian Grey,
Right.
and he is like basically
50
Edward
different
Cullen.
people?
He's rich.
Yeah, it's got NC-17 rating. It's porn.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as I know.
Now I'm
I think we
interested.
talked about that one time. Yeah. So it's basically we're literally talking about porn right now. But let's continue.
All right.
The cast has been revealed. First, we've got Dakota Johnson in the lead girl.
Don't know
role.
who that is, but I'm sure I will get to know her body very well.
She had 2 incredible turns in recent films. She was the girl who slept with Justin Timberlake in Social Network. And she was also the really annoying girl who thought she was a lot funnier than she was in 21 Jump Street, the blonde girl who was making too many jokes and should not have.
Oh, so she's a winner. She wasn't the
Gotcha.
lead girl in 21.
No,
Jump
no,
Street.
she's great.
Okay.
But I that's Brie Larson. I love her,
Yeah.
but I don't like this girl.
So,
Not that I give
yeah,
a shit. I
yeah.
said that as if I'm like, oh, it's just not right. I don't give a shit. But if anything, this solidifies me not being interested in the movie.
I'll go. I'll
However,
review it.
very, very interesting is the lead male. It is Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
From Pacific Rim.
And
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy more so. I
We're
think people know
gonna
him from.
we're gonna sink our brain with your vagina.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing though is that he has in Pacific Rim, he had the worst because he's a British actor. He had the dumbest, goofiest sounding.
Yeah, he's
American
Australian or
accent.
The thing
British or
is,
something.
I
Whatever he
didn't-
is.
I didn't
just
mi-
said he's British.
I appreciated him in Pacific Rim because his voice was so corny. It kind of
Amplified it.
Fit with the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like we're the tough guys.
Yeah. When the
When the Jaegers first landed in Los Angeles,
When the Jaegers,
we had to
yeah.
punch them with robots. We formed a team. Yeah, it was so bad.
That's really good.
Now the problem with this is that Christian Grey is. Am I really getting into this? Christian Grey is like rich. He's very suave. He's very smart. He's very like his anger is like deep. Like he's a boiling character, but he's very like
Very descriptive.
yeah. And Charlie Hunnam's just like. So I don't know how this is gonna
All
work.
right, I've never seen him do that.
I've never seen a movie where
But
he
anyway, guess what? I have no plans to see it.
Well, I'll go
So-
see it. I'll review it. Check it out on youtube.com/prettymuchit. Our review of 50 Shades of Grey. If they let me in, I mean, it's NC-17. How old do you have to be to get?
Next up, we've got a little story about Transformers 4.
Ooh,
Now,
little story about Transformers?
yes.
That's a bit of an oxymoron. Because the
Oh.
Transformers you see are big.
Yes. Well, the story is small, and in my opinion, at least, we have a poster that revealed the title. It revealed the logo.
It's all
The
sandy.
logo looks kind of cool. The poster looks all right. It's a teaser,
And
whatever.
it reveals a lot of the plot.
Yes. It basically revealed that the title is Age of Extinction.
Yeah.
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Yep.
So Michael Bay was like, Age of Ultron, huh?
Age
All
of
right,
yeah.
we'll match you. Really, is this going to be a thing now? Is it going to be like how you have like Resident Evil, Retribution, Rigignition, Rigaburger? It's like all our words, and now it's going to be age of this, age of that
Age
for
of
everything.
Darkness.
Oh.
Yes. So it was
wanna know what
Age
you-
of Extinction.
I want to know what you're
So
saying.
it's about the Dinobots.
The Dinobots are in it, apparently. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like with all the other Transformers movies, there've been such big spectacles of like these giant robots,
And some of them looked like dog dinosaurs.
some of them looked like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So now it's just like we're finally getting to the Dinobots. It's like, well,
I mean,
well,
you know
okay.
what? I enjoy the visual spectacle, so I'm not complaining.
You know what would be
but-
awesome though if they made like a movie version of. Do you remember Beast Wars?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was like Transformers, but it wasn't. It
Yeah,
was
sure.
like they transformed into
Dinosaurs.
Well, no, only
Well,
Megatron did.
yeah, only Megatron, yep.
did. Optimus Prime was a fucking gorilla.
That was awesome.
All jokes aside, do we know if Age of Extinction is a thing that exists in the Transformers world?
Well, no,
I doubt it.
with the title, it's obviously about the Dinobots.
No,
so.
I'm saying just how I was making fun of it being like Age
No,
of Ultron.
no.
Okay, so this actually might not. Maybe it goes back somewhere and there's something, but otherwise, that I looked at it and I was like, here we go.
Now,
it's
I just
going to be
feel
a
so,
common thing.
I feel so indifferent about this because like the Dinobots, obviously they're included to like.
Well, they're
be-
good guys.
Yeah, they're included to like excite the fans. It's like this big new thing. The Dinobots, it's gonna be like the big deal.
Yeah.
But like they alienated all the people who are like into this kind of stuff.
With the last 3
a long
movies.
time
Yeah.
ago. So
Yeah.
like, who
So
really is
the
excited about
diehards
the
are not
Dinobots?
here anymore.
Like who's really like the Dinobots? Yes. Like
Finally, I've been waiting.
yeah.
Now, like I've said it before. Every single time, I give Michael Bay at least a chance.
Yeah.
He says we've learned our mistakes from last time, so
says it every time.
he does say it.
And you
every
know what,
time.
honestly-
he's like a heroin addict who keeps getting back into
He's like,
it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but
Transformers 4.
but
So-
he keeps saying it's not gonna be as goofy. We're gonna fix all the problems we have. But Transformers 3 was like literally the combination of all the problems into a whole 2-hour movie.
I think the third one was a little better than the
I actually
second
liked it
one.
a lot better than the second one.
But still
myself.
bad.
Next, we have a quick story about another franchise movie that it's just been going on for quite some time
Oh, I'm
now.
excited.
Fast and Furious 7. Now you're not.
No.
Now I am excited actually because I
Super
loved Fast
excited.
and Furious 6. I need to go back now and watch
I
5.
just never
You didn't see
watched
5?
them.
I know.
Ah!
But Fast and Furious 7, lots of interesting stuff going on with it, and the newest thing is that Kurt Russell is in talks to join the cast.
And also isn't Jason Statham?
Yes, he already is in it.
Not only that, but Tony Jaa has also signed on, who is a
Tony Jaa!
yeah. Tony Jaa, he was in the Thai Ong Bak, the Thai warrior. He's one of like the awesomest Thai martial artist guys, and Ong Bak was like my favorite modern.
But can he
kung fu
drive?
movie.
So he's going to teach the cars how to fight martial arts.
No, I think now they're going to go back to like a Tokyo Drift type of thing with like Asian gangs. So
Okay.
he's gonna punch people.
There was a lot of punching in the movie, the new one.
What if he designs a car that can like stand on both of its wheels
The Gadget-mobile.
like a human being
and punch.
and punch like
All right.
with his wheels?
All right, so that, you know what, that actually makes me really excited. That is confirmed to be in the movie. I can't wait.
These movies finally have a good thing going. I really hope James Wan doesn't screw it all.
Hey, shut the hell up.
I love him. I respect him, but I do not think he's.
You never
I mean,
saw
we'll
Death
see.
Sentence.
We'll
You
see.
never
Yeah.
saw Death
yeah,
Sentence.
I haven't. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll
so-
see. I'm an open-minded guy, so.
And our last few stories are all about Disney.
Pirates.
No, not Pirates, although
Oh.
Pirates is in Disney.
Of course.
Now, first things first, we got The Good Dinosaur coming out. It's a Pixar movie. Unfortunately, the director has just been removed. Bob Peterson is out.
Which is a shame because I think
they took out your dad, huh?
yeah, my dad, and also I think he was the director for Up, and also the voice of Doug the dog.
Ooh.
And Up being my favorite Pixar movie, it's just a shame to see that
He's out.
He's out. He's
Yeah.
gone, dead, destroyed.
Up is your favorite Pixar movie?
I'm not really sure what happened here. I don't think anybody is. All we know is that there's someone else on the project right now. It's like an interim director until they get a new director, but the project is moving along.
That's messy if the
which is
project is moving.
very messy. That happened with Brave
yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
recently.
well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So-
Pixar is very particular with their directors.
Yeah.
Like Brave was a big thing when it
Yeah.
first came out because it was going to be Pixar's first female director.
And
it
if you
was-
looked in the credits, she's co-director because they
Yeah.
knocked her
They
off.
knocked her off.
So I don't know. You know, I didn't really care for Brave that much, so I hope that doesn't happen here again.
It's
But
because Steve's
we'll
not
see.
around anymore.
Steve was calling the shots. Now he's calling the bones. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's dead.
he
He's a
died.
skeleton.
the next Disney-related story is about a man named John Cars. Can you guess what movie he
You're gonna say
directed?
John Carter.
Was he on Mars?
No. John Cars.
Did he direct Cars?
Did he
No,
planes?
I'm playing with you. He directed Paperman, which I really liked quite a bit
hey,
for Disney Animation Studios.
With Reynolds? What? Ryan Reynolds?
The animated Paperman movie, the short film.
Oh, all right.
But
yeah.
I'm glad you've seen Paperman. That was actually good as well.
Yes, it
Jeff
was.
Daniels, Ryan Reynolds. I think I reviewed it. I loved Paperman.
Oh yeah, Paperman was great.
And I would have loved to see what he did next with Disney Animation Studios, but
No.
he left as well.
I was gonna
He didn't
say-
get fired. He left.
I was gonna say like Disney, like I think we
What's he gonna
reported
do
on
next?
it. Disney completely. Disney said it themselves. They are done with 2D animation.
Yeah.
Never happening again. Paperman
2D
though.
animation, I think, in classic animation form. Yeah.
Paperman though combined the two.
Yes.
So
right.
now, and I was like, I got hope. I got hope for Disney.
And he's gone.
Now the hope is
Now,
dead.
we,
Dead.
you know, he could go somewhere else and do that. You know, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's also
Disney,
true.
but he
Yeah.
could do something else somewhere else because I
There's
love it.
there's a thing that I mean, like we get it. You guys get it.
get it.
There's something in 2D animation that you can't capture in 3D. You can try and you can get very well at it, but
Or,
there's
and you
just-
can also mix them like he did.
Yes.
And there's something there.
But it's like there's a life to 2D animation
Right.
that you can't. You gotta go with 2D. But they're done with that. So
I
the-
guess.
the future is changing. We gotta live with it.
We got to go to another dimension and find crops and cartoons.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
But speaking of Disney's downfall, not a downfall, but
Wow.
speaking of
Harsh.
all this crazy stuff happening at Disney, I'm trying to segue, boys. We've got a poster for Escape from Tomorrow.
now, is this an official poster?
It is an official poster.
That's incredible.
This is the movie that was filmed without their
Consent?
knowing in Disneyland, Disney
Yes.
World, Disneyland.
And let's just to remind you, it's about pedophiles and rape.
It's about some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it is officially getting released, which already was shocking. And now this poster, take a look at this. Holy
Are you
shit.
showing it? Is that it right there?
It's already up on the screen.
wow.
I think I know how they got away with this, though.
How?
I think the specific copyright for Mickey Mouse is the 3 circles.
Maybe.
The 2 circles and the circle on the bottom.
But it's just-
that symbol is the official Mickey Mouse symbol.
They're
Just
basically
to have the
saying,
hand.
like,
Yeah.
they're basically writing their death. They're writing their obituary, really, because Disney is going to obliterate these guys from the face of the earth once this movie comes out. I
know
told
what?
you, I think they're waiting to see what exactly laws they violated or who knows what,
Yeah.
so they can make a perfect list, and also to maybe get any money that they collect.
Well, you know what? In a way, the filmmakers of this movie are my heroes.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
they're
my
basically
heroes.
sacrificing
Yeah.
themselves for the rest of their lives.
Well, like, they're my heroes because, like, when you go to film school, you learn that movies are done this way,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and if you don't do it this way, you're not successful. These guys went off the grid, off the books, guerrilla style, in Disneyland.
Yeah.
In Mecca, basically.
Not in the jungle,
yeah.
not real gorillas, like
So,
I said
like,
last week or the week
just-
before, but you
Just
know.
to remind everybody that movies can be anything. It's a nice reminder.
Mike,
and
you're
it's-
really inspiring.
Yeah,
I know.
really.
Thank you,
Wow.
Jake. Thank you,
You got
Jake.
passion and stuff.
I do.
Now, we don't know if this movie's even going to be good.
No,
it could
no.
be terrible.
You know what?
But you know what? It already has points for me just because of everything behind
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
just the
That
ambition.
poster.
The ambition
Yeah.
of the filmmakers is plenty.
So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Better believe I'll be there, and I want this poster. I would purchase this poster just because the sheer, the thought of having something that's probably going to be banned,
Yeah.
Well, like
There's
the
a lot
fact-
of thought behind the poster itself.
the sheer brutality of what Disney's going to do to them makes me want this poster. And that's it for movie news. I think we ended off on a high note because it's like, you know, like you said, movies can be anything, but we do have to move on for movie news for this week.
Oh,
Why don't we-
No, there it goes
Yeah,
down
well,
the road.
I don't know what to tell you. We got to move on. Why don't we talk about game news? But first,
But nobody cares about that, right?
No, they do. They do.
Oh.
They don't really, but they do. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Much It.
That wasn't very enthusiastic. Try it again.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now we're
Better.
going.
But
Now
not
we're-
great. Not great.
So one more.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now we're going to talk about the video games.
Great.
Hope you guys are ready. Buckle on up.
Hit me with the games.
All right. Well, as you guys probably know, PAX in Seattle ended last week, and we don't.
I
have
did
time-
know that. I did know that.
Good.
And
Games.
oh, what games?
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
we don't have time to talk about everything, but some of the things that I thought were really cool. We finally got a look at gameplay for Dragon Age Inquisition.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks a lot more action oriented,
Okay.
but still pretty tight, yo.
All right.
Pretty tight.
Tight.
Good reference.
Yeah, and then like a lot of the big stuff, we got a really big long look at Watch Dogs.
Oh, you know what?
Assassin's
My
Creed.
favorite thing from that, I kind of knew it before, but I didn't know how awesome it was going to be. The way how a player can come into your game
Yep.
without you knowing,
Yep.
and then like you can follow him
Yep.
into his game. That's
Yep.
it's incredible.
Now
That's
that
pretty
they've
cool.
finally been showing how that actually works, it looks really cool.
That's like
I'm into it.
When I was a kid, I imagined stuff like that. Like, ooh, if I could hack into my friend's game, I'd totally
Nest
f with them.
Yeah, and now you can.
Yeah.
But floating around in all the PAX news, it might have got like mixed up a little bit with it. The creator of the original Mega Man has started a
yes.
entirely new game, and he took to Kickstarter.
Well,
believe
not
it
an
or
entirely new game. It's very similar to Mega Man.
Yeah, it's kind of like the I think they said the spiritual
successor.
successor.
It's a new
to
Yes.
Mega
IP
Man.
then.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called the Mighty Number 9, and there's a Kickstarter that only had a goal of $900,000. Of course, it eclipsed it because it's the creator of
Mega
Mega
Man,
Man.
yeah.
He obviously he could have went to Capcom, made a big huge game, you know.
He wants to make his game.
But he went to Kickstarter, and he's making it that way because yeah, like you said, he wants to make like his game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard that Capcom was actually poo-pooing all over the Mega Man franchise.
Yeah, they've
Like,
kind of like
canceled
done-
games
yeah.
and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
So there you go.
RIP,
Um,
a couple good ones.
Yeah, and if this is like they showed concept art for it.
It looks beautiful.
If that concept art is like what the game is going to be, like that 2D style
Yeah.
kind, I am
glorious.
all for this.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
But like, I kind of think that if they go a traditional route, like make like a 3D kind of thing, I don't know if I'll be as excited. Like that one snippet of art they showed looked
Really
incredible. It looked
Yeah,
incredible.
I'm into it for that. I did the Kickstarter thing.
So like, I don't know
So-
if that's what it's going to actually look like, or
I hope so, or I'm
yeah.
taking back my damn my kick money or whatever.
my kick dollars.
Did you guys play Time Splitters back in the day?
I did.
I think I played
Oh,
it
man.
once.
Or the multiplayer was like the best part, like just running around,
I don't really remember.
screen
Just running
GameCube,
around.
you know, running around shooting each other. Well, they're making a team of indie guys and a couple of developers from the original games are redoing the game, like the multiplayer, all the maps from 1, 2, and
Oh, it's a
3.
remake. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're releasing it on PC, and it was actually officially approved by the company.
Sounds like
Right.
the way they did the
Official
GoldenEye
stamp.
remake.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
this could be really cool. People are really excited about it. Personally,
It could
I
be,
am.
but it could also be terrible.
It could be a piece
Yeah.
of crap.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that's interesting.
Just
That's
letting
cool.
you know.
And now
Fans,
it's,
I'm sure, are excited.
oh yeah, and now it's been in the news again because they said let's go ahead and start making it for the PS4 as well. It might not get approved. It might not get approved, but they're gonna do it.
Nice.
So that's really cool. And of course, with the PS4 having so much indie support, it'll get on there no problem.
Oh, interesting.
The Xbox One finally has a release date.
Oh.
Now we know when everything's coming out.
You know,
boys.
You guys know when you'll
Now-
be able to spend your hard-earned money.
We talked
on
about the
video.
PS4's release date.
Yes, November 15th.
Right.
Now-
Okay, so when is the Xbox One coming out?
A week later, November 22nd.
Oh.
Open
Yeah.
those wallets.
Twice.
Get them packed. If you don't have enough money,
No.
get to selling yourself.
Is this good or bad? What does this mean?
It's
Gonna
interesting.
scratch the beard of knowledge?
Yeah, is this
it's
is this
interesting.
is this a move? What is
yeah,
this?
I don't know.
You
I mean,
How does this
honestly,
affect
I bet
anybody?
they didn't really figure out the release date until not that long. I think they were waiting for when the PS4's date was. But it doesn't really. I don't know. It is interesting. I thought they were going to release it earlier.
I think video games are a lot like movies in the way that there are executives who know that there are special release dates that would be very good for
Oh
them.
yeah, of course,
It's-
tempole stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
You know,
numbers.
I think the 2 new game systems coming out right before Christmas is not a coincidence.
Oh no, that's not
So,
what I'm asking. That's
yeah.
definite. Yeah, but my question is, the week after. I wonder if that's because they want to see if, maybe they're thinking like, okay, well, people will get to look at the PlayStation and then maybe go buy the Xbox as opposed to just jumping on the Xbox. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So maybe they're thinking you'll be able to see if your friend bought it. If you like it, you might think like, I'll wait for the Xbox and check it out.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you're right.
I don't know. That's
What
the
i-
only logic I could come
What
up
is
with.
really cool is how close the dates actually are. Last generation, we didn't see this. This is like direct competition.
Yeah,
It's like
PS3 and
this
Xbox
and
360
this.
came out like months.
What are you guys gonna do? I have to get both because it's like what I do. But what are you guys really interested in? But that's it. Let's move on over to the poll.
That's it.
The
go
poll.
on.
There's things we gotta talk about.
Sure. Last week's poll question was, who do you think was the best Batman? And that means the portrayal,
I remember.
movies, animation, games, anything.
Wow, okay.
So in third place we have Adam West.
Okay.
I disagree.
Why?
Well, I think Keaton was after that, so I'm sure Keaton really would be the real number 3.
Yeah.
But Adam West was
Was this
number
like
3.
a no? Was this like a joke or?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
definitely.
like tubby Batman. Like I
Yeah.
never like.
Yeah,
let's
but he's
cast-
like he's so
a gag.
interesting though.
And it's also favorite, not necessarily
Okay.
the most
I'm
accurate.
sorry. I don't
so I
mean
guess
to
that
crap
makes
on
sense.
your favorites, guys. If that's your favorite, I respect you.
Then in second place, Christian Bale. And I'm sure you can guess first place is
No, Val Kilmer.
Kevin Conroy.
Good.
Come on, how could it
Yeah,
not be?
You guys.
That was pretty much a guarantee, I think, from the start.
I said it You know, I still don't think anybody's even come close to Batman.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Well, Batman has
Yeah.
definitely done the best.
Well,
Batman playing
yeah.
himself.
But I will say though, he's getting a little old. Not like old as in age.
Do you
Like
think he's gonna die?
no, I don't think he's maybe an old man. I
Yeah.
think that every time I've heard him play Batman recently, he kind of sounds like he's phoning it in.
Ooh.
Because he knows that like I'm Batman, so I can do whatever
I
I,
don't give a
want.
shit. Yeah.
So I don't have to
Yeah.
try? Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I would agree, though. I mean, I don't know Batman well, but I
I
know
love him.
that his
I love
voice,
him.
yeah, is
Yeah.
awesome. So that was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is, with all the Disney talk, why not? What is your favorite Disney ride? This could be Disneyland, Disney World, Euro Disney, wherever.
What is your favorite spot to hunt your sexual prey?
Right, no, but what is your favorite ride to go on? What is your favorite attraction?
Also, if you've never been, if you're like one of the poor unfortunate souls
right,
like
like
myself,
what is your orphan dream?
like which one do you really aspire to get on one day?
Right.
Is it the Dumbo ear flying thing, or the mountain that's like in space or whatever in the dark, or the haunted tower?
Let us
Let us
know by clicking the link in the
description.
info to go to
Couldn't even do that.
Facebook.com/prettymuchit and vote in the poll. And while you're over there, please like us on Facebook. Thank you very much if you do. Swoosh!
Yeah.
You are not done with us, my friend. This may be the end of Pretty Much It, but it is not the end of your experience on the Pretty Much It channel for the rest
like
of the
a
day.
DVD.
Please click over to check out our trailer segment. Click the link in the
Special
info.
features.
And again, playlists now work on mobile, so if you have a mobile, you got no f***ing excuse to not watch it. And that is gonna have to be the end of this episode. And boys, oh boys, oh boys, that is pretty much it.
If there's anything I like about boys, it's about how boys can go, oh boy. That's a little thing.